5292 Alternative Health Solutions, your path to being well.
Yes, so we're inside 34 minutes brought to you by High Clinic. With me in studio via the phone lines, we have Dr. Thompson, I presume.
Yes, sir.
Very well. Great. Good afternoon.
All right. Good afternoon to you, and good afternoon to all of our listeners on I-95.5. Right. Well, of course, we're going to be touching today on joint pains. Many persons actually are in pain and different types of joint pains. There are many causes, of course, of joint pains as well. So we're going to look into joint pains. And but for those that enjoy this special that was on from last week, Wednesday to Friday, well, guess what? We have some more specials coming up. Of course, there's a special for January that is still going on at this moment, and that is colon hydrotherapy. Of course, you get 100 off on the colon hydrotherapy treatment. So for those that want to look at getting rid of any heavy amount of feces within the colon, look at losing maybe an extra 2 pounds from the body, this is a treatment that can actually help with that. So you can call our number, and that number to call will be 493-9196, 493-9196. That's the number to call for Eden Heights Clinic. So you want to pay close attention today because we have some more specials coming up that persons can actually take advantage of. So just give me 1 second here. As we're live, we're going to be talking about joint pains. We're also going to talk about some certain solutions that persons can actually use to help to get rid of those joint pains. All right. So for those that are now joining us, you can join us on our Facebook page at Eden Heights Clinic. You can also get us on YouTube at Eden Heights Clinic. You can also join us on our Instagram page as well at Eden Heights Clinic as well. All right, for those that are not on Facebook and not on any of these other social media platforms, you can get us on our WhatsApp number, and that number is 493-9196, 493-9196. That is our number for a WhatsApp number for the Sugarnas branch. Of course, we're located in Sugarnas in 41A Ramsaran Street. That is actually directly opposite Price Club Supermarket. Okay, so 41A Ramsaran Street, directly opposite Price Club Supermarket. I know I mentioned something about Trincity, but of course, Trincity is closed for renovations at the moment. Definitely, if persons want to purchase anything, they can come down to the Sugarnas branch. If it is that you need to make appointments, you will also call that number for the Sugarnas branch here. So that number again, 493-9196. All right. So Cameron, joint pains. You're human, and this is something that can happen to anybody from time to time. All right. There are persons that would have a condition that is called gout. Of course, that one is where there's an increased amount of uric acid that tend to build up in the blood. And those same uric acid actually gets out into the joints. All right. And when they crystallize, usually in that area, it starts causing lots of pain. So you get like pain, redness, and of course, some swelling will tend to take place. Now, that's for persons who have gout. Now, gout itself, those that really develop gout are those that tend to eat like a lot of animal-based food, especially if they're using lots of things like fish, like tuna, or if they're using basically, let's say, a lot of beef, they can lead on to having heavy amount of gout within the joints area. So if you're that particular person, of course, this is something that we can check at the clinic here when we do our live blood analysis. Now, there's a special that we're going to offer today. That will start actually from tomorrow till Friday for the first 10 persons. All right. So for the first 10 persons that calls our number now, you'll be able to get 25% off from live blood analysis. So for the first 10 persons, you can call our number now and you're going to get 25% discount on the live blood analysis. Now, if you want to take advantage of that, you can call the number 493-9196, 493-9196. You can call that number now if you want to get that special. So for the first 10 persons, you're going to be calling the office in Chaguanas now, and you'll be able to get a 25% discount on live blood analysis. You don't want to miss this opportunity. You want to take that time so that you'll be able to, find out, what's going on with your blood, your overall health, just to get early signs of any little health complications. You can give us a call now, and that number again, 493-9196. Now you have to call that number. Of course, it's our WhatsApp number, but I want you to call that number so that those that are there, all right, or receptionists, you'll be able to take your name and your number. And once you fall into that bracket of 1 to 10, then you get that 25% off from the live blood analysis. Now, there's also another special that persons can actually get on to as well. I'll give that one in a few minutes. So joint pains. There may be persons that have what you call rheumatoid arthritis. Of course, that particular condition is more wear and tear. So what we're doing, we're going to be more or less going through the different causes, Cameron, first, and then we will look at some solutions that we offer at Eden Heights Clinic, and also, of course, some natural solutions that persons can take advantage of. So persons that are now joining us, you can get us live on YouTube at this moment. You can also get us live on Facebook and, of course, Instagram. You can go there to get many of our different services. So take advantage of this particular special. Call in the number now. Call 493-9196. Call 493-9196 to get that 25% off. Now, that's for the first 10 persons. So 1 to 10. You call our number, the receptionist, she'll take your name down, and I hope that you'll qualify for that particular special. If you don't qualify for the special, still give your name and number so that you never know what could happen. All right. So taking advantage of persons that are dealing with joint pains, rheumatoid arthritis. This is something that, it's an autoimmune condition. So there could be many causes of this particular one. What I've looked at in research so far, if persons are having problems with their digestive issues, this is something that can actually play a great part of that. Then we have what you call osteoarthritis, which is, of course, it's another type of joint pains or causes for joint pains. This one, there's like a wear and tear in the cartilage itself. Or sometimes, let's say there's hardening. Sometimes there's bone, actually calcium deposits building up in the different areas that is actually affecting a person, and it's actually pressing on the cartilage, is causing a wear and tear. And a wear and tear for osteoarthritis, that could come over the years, where a person might be running consistently, not wearing proper shoes, or basically overweight. That can actually contribute to that wear and tear as well. Trying to walk up and down the stairs from wear and tear. So our number one was gout, of course, buildup of uric acid. Then we look at rheumatoid arthritis that can cause joint pains. And of course, basically general arthritis. All right. So most arthritis, I would tell you, most persons who develop arthritis tend to have issues where they would have had allergies before. And these persons who would have had allergies before, because their stomach is not breaking down foods properly, sometimes protein is spilled into the bloodstream, and then white blood cells can actually start attacking that, and that by itself can bring about some pains in the joints itself. So arthritis, of course, that's one of the most common osteo arthritis, and then we have rheumatoid arthritis in general. So then their person might have joint pains because of there's this particular disease which you call fibromyalgia. Of course, it's a medical condition that tend to be described with chronic pain, and it's widespread chronic pain as well. So you actually get pains throughout the body. All right, this has a part to play also with the nervous system as well. Now, the nerves is what tend to control the work of the human body. So this is why we tend to actually protect our nerves. So anybody that is under high levels of stress, you can actually lead on to having joint pains. If you're not digesting foods properly, if you're not drinking enough water, you can also lead on to joint pains. Now I'm seeing some of the questions from Facebook here. Good day. What do you suggest for knee pains? Stay tuned, and I'll get down to that information in just a second. We also have just a side question here. What good to do to get rid of dry cough? All right, so stay with us, and I will answer that question as well for you. But today we're dealing with joint pains. So anybody that has questions on the joints and how to heal them, if you're a person, there are a lot of athletes out there that are dealing with tendonitis or damaged tendons in general, inflammation of the tendon, you can actually give us a call. If you give us a call now, we'll be able to share information on a particular therapy that we do at the clinic. That also as well, this particular therapy, you can actually use it for the knee. And that is what you call prolozone. Now, this prolozone is excellent for persons that are having chronic pain. Now, if you have like torn ligaments, it can help. If it's totally torn, then there's not much that you can do other than surgery. But if a person has like a mild tear, or let's say a moderate tear, then definitely we can actually help. Now, prolozone, it helps by reducing inflammation in the surrounding area. And then because it has like B vitamins, it has minerals in the type of injection itself, it works excellent to reduce and also help to repair like meniscus tear or ACL. Basically, so any knee issues that a person is having, this is a particular therapy that will work excellent for you. Now, there are many persons that can use either turmeric or ginger or garlic, the anti-inflammatory foods itself, like your green leafy vegetables. All of them can actually work to help with pain. But this particular therapy that we do at the clinic here, it is excellent to help with the total healing of the joints. So I would take total advantage of that. Okay, right. So just a reminder again, for the first 10 person that call into the clinic now, you'll be able to get a 25% discount on our live blood analysis. 25% discount on our live blood analysis. So for the first 10 persons, call now, call the number 493 9196 493 9196. Call that number now to take advantage of that special. Joint pain causes. There could be many causes that you will generally look at. And we talk about gout, rheumatoid arthritis, tendonitis, osteoarthritis. We have persons who have basically general arthritis. Lupus is another condition. We would have helped a good bit of persons who would have had lupus. Now, with lupus, it tends to affect the health of the kidney. So this is why persons generally tend to be have to be very aware of the situation itself and understand the autoimmune disease itself. Can we help you? Yes, by God's grace, we can definitely help. And the main thing is to give the body what it actually needs. and the body helps, and the body recovers itself. And that's the beauty of making changes and also adding lots of water. Water is actually one of the best anti-inflammatory substance on the face of the earth. Why I would say that? Because the whole human body needs water to survive. Now, if you look at the earth that doesn't contain water, it gets hard, it gets dry, it starts to crack. Now, this is you could picture that to your human body. If you don't drink enough water, your joints are going to suffer. You're going to have problems with the cartilage. You're going to have problems with the nervous system. You're going to have problems with blood flow as well. Actually, to overcome joint pains, you need to have proper blood flow. So this is why we usually recommend many things that you can use for blood flow. For example, persons will use like cayenne pepper, and that works excellent for blood flow. A simple remedy that you can do, I would get like 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper from the herb shop, of course. You're going to get about 90,000 heat units of cayenne pepper. And you can also get olive oil. Olive oil actually has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties in it itself, which can actually work very good to help to reduce inflammation. So you take about a cup of olive oil, and you take or maybe about 3 to 4 ounces of olive oil. All right. You'll have to just use your discretion for this one. You're going to mix the cayenne pepper and the olive oil, and you make it a paste with that. Now, that can actually be used to put on a knee. You know, you don't want to put it into any area that is actually open, because if you use it on a cut, it will help to heal the cut, but then you're going to be in a lot of pain, all right, while the healing process is going on, because cayenne pepper is very fiery, and it's going to cause that. Now, you can actually take cayenne pepper internally as well. I would use like a 1/4 teaspoon twice daily, morning and evening, and that will help to reduce inflammation really nicely as well. So for the first 10 person, again, take advantage of this particular special. You'll get 25% off for our live blood analysis. 25% off for live blood analysis. Call a number now. You can call us on 493-9196. For persons that would like the location for us, you will get it at you'll get it on Facebook. You can also get it on Instagram, and of course I will share it on YouTube here as well. All right, so we're live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook at the moment, and of course we're with I-95.5 every Tuesday from 2:30. You can join us on live on I-95 to get a lot of health information. So we're looking at Shogunas, 41A Ramsaran Street in Shogunas. You can come down to there. It's actually opposite the entrance of Price Club. Easy to find. And I'll give out that number again that you can call. We'll also be able to send you a WhatsApp location for that number. And that number is 493-9196, 493-9196. Right, so our office numbers for the Shogunas branch is 493-9196, and of course there's another number that you can call. Now, don't call this particular number at the moment. I'm actually on that live on the radio, and that is 613-7571, 613-7571. Okay, I just got an update, and that update is actually we already reached number 4 of persons who are taking advantage of this special. So 25% discount on the special. The first 10 person that calls will get 25% off for our live blood analysis, right? Take advantage of that as soon as possible. That number to call for that particular special is 493-9196. So back onto our regular program. Okay, so there's many causes to joint pains. And with joint pains, of course, we talked about gout, we talked about rheumatoid arthritis, we talked about tendonitis. There are persons who who will be dealing with thyroid issues that might actually develop issues when it comes to arthritis itself. All right. So I'm getting another update here again. Of course, there's 4 more persons, so 4 more spaces, 4 more lucky people that will be able to take advantage of that 25% discount. All right. So call that number 493-9196. 493-9196. Call the number now to get in control of that. 4 more spaces left. 4 more spaces. Right. So, of course, hypothyroidism, that can come for, once you have hypothyroidism, you tend to lose things like calcium. And when you lose calcium, automatically the joints actually suffer. Usually in that case, some person will end up with either brittling of the bones, some person may end up in an area where they start getting issues like buildup of calcium within the arteries as well. And then we have persons who will generally start putting on weight. Excess weight on the body, especially if it's on the upper body, is going to put a lot of pressure on the lower body. So that's why a lot of persons will have hip pain, knee pains, ankle pains, and many of those other different types of pains. So if it is that you are actually that person, we have a special therapy that you can actually enjoy and come in to do, and that is what you call prolozone therapy. Now, prolozone, that particular therapy, we have been using that for a number of years. Of course, Dr. Navarro, most who have been using that particular therapy for many persons, and we have seen many persons who would have walked in here with a lot of pain and walk back out with no pains. All right, it's actually a very simple therapy. It doesn't contain any steroid or anything like that. So if you're an athlete that is actually having trouble with joint pains or with knee pains or ankle pain or hamstring pain, this is a particular therapy that you can actually come in to do. Now, for those that are on Facebook at the moment, you can actually send us your messages now, and I will start answering some messages from Facebook. And I will also start answering some messages from the YouTube page as well. So find us on Facebook at Eden Heights Clinic. Find us on YouTube at Eden Heights Clinic as well. And that number to call, don't miss out on this special. And that special will be 493-9196. 493-9196. All right, so as we're getting closer to a close, I want to give off this another special that persons can actually enjoy. And this one, the first 20 persons who call for consultation, you're actually going to get 50% off and that will end next Friday. Now, for the persons that that want that 25% off, the first 10 persons, that will actually start from tomorrow till Friday. So you want to call in now to take advantage of that. And for those that want to get consultation is one-on-one, of course, talking one-on-one. If you have any particular questions or any information that you like to get, you can actually come in and see either myself or Mr. Diaz. Well, he's actually here with me, and we'll be able to sit and talk with you and give you as much details as possible as you can. So if you have any particular questions on Facebook, YouTube, you can send us a message now. For those that are locked on the radio, you can call 493-9196 and get that special. There's four space left again for those who want to get that first special, which is the first 10 persons who call get 25% off live blood analysis. And for the first 20 persons who call who just want to get consultation, you get 50% off until next Friday. So I would take advantage of that. I would definitely take advantage. But I want to also give persons who want to call in now on the program to maybe get some answers and to some questions. So Cameron, we could open up the lines, I guess, for the next 5 minutes so persons can take advantage of that. Yes, for the next 5 minutes, I would like to take some questions for those that are listening on the radio.
Okay. 23937 Phone lines are open. If you have any questions you would like to ask the doctor right now, of course you can do so. 622-3937. So while we are waiting to call, doctor, anything you would like to mention?
Yes, of course. Right. So we actually were talking about the different causes.
Yeah, we have a call on the line.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Welcome.
Good afternoon. All right. Cameron, you'll just have to repeat that question for me. I think I heard calcium and the arteries and joint pains, right?
Do you mind repeating the question once more? Thank you. Yes, she's saying a lot of calcium. Paying attention to the question.
Right. Well, I heard two things. The arteries, clogging of the arteries. Now.
Oh yes, she said if it is caused by taking too many calcium tablets.
Right. That's actually a very good question. Actually, from research, this is why.
Answer, doctor.
Sure.
Yeah. Welcome.
Write that down.
Doctor, do you deal with circulation?
Yes, of course. Actually, because we're talking about joint pains, circulation is the main thing that we work on to actually help alleviate joint pains.
Thank you. Okay, sir. Okay, thank you for calling. Welcome. Welcome. Good day, Doc.
Good day, sir. Okay, there can be many causes to swelling in the ankle area. Now, usually you have to do a check on the heart if you have circulation issues. If it is that a person has kidney issues and also liver problem as well. Now, there's a way that you can test to see if it's fluid building up. You take your thumb and you press into the area. If it leaves like a little sink, that's an answer to fluid buildup. Now, once you have that, you need to monitor the health of your lymphatic system. You need to monitor the health of your kidneys as well. So what I would like you to do is to shoot us a message now on 493-9196. 493-9196. You can send us a WhatsApp message and I'll be able to share more information on what you'll need to do, the steps that you'll need to take to get the body back on track. All right. I think, right. So I have the first question to answer here.
Yeah.
Right. So clogged arteries. Now, there could be buildup of plaque, which can actually come, of course, from a heavy amount of cholesterol, oxidized cholesterol. Now, this is actually a really big thing in research right now. But then we also looked at where a person might use actually calcium that is not absorbed properly. It can actually get into the arteries and it can cause damages. It can also cause stiffening and buildup as well within the arteries. So that's why calcium supplements, if it's not coming directly from what God has created that is natural for the body to break down properly, in other words, from plant foods, or herbs or plant mineral itself, then it will be very difficult for you because you're not a plant, you're not going to break down stones. So that's why you'll have to know exactly where you're getting the calcium from. So anybody that's taking calcium supplements, they have to be very careful. If you look at research on heart disease and calcium, it's definitely linked to heart disease. So I want persons to pay close attention to that. For joint pains, of course, if you're losing the calcium, now calcium alone don't build the bones, because you need other things to help to strengthen the bones as well. You need phosphorus, you need potassium, you need iron, you need zinc. So this is why at the clinic here, we tend to use a lot of these different minerals and not only give a person calcium. You need magnesium to actually absorb calcium properly as well. And then you still have to look at the type of calcium that's coming in. But I know we are maybe out of time. So I just want to just share this again. All right. So for the first 10 person who call, you get 25% off from for our live blood analysis. 25% off for our live blood analysis for the first 10 persons who call. This will actually start from tomorrow and it will end on Friday. But still call, okay? Even if it ends on Friday, by God's grace, you never know what blessings is in store for you. For the first 20 persons who call for consultation, and that will start from tomorrow, you'll get 50% off till next Friday. Now, every time we come on the radio, you're going to be looking out for different specials. So you don't want to miss that at all. Definitely, I know no one wants to miss that. So the numbers to call is 493-9196. Persons can also get us on 613-7571. I hope that everyone have a blessed afternoon. And if you need any more information, you give us a call, send us a message on Instagram at Eden Heights Clinic, or you can also send us a message on our Facebook as well too. All right, Cameron, I hope that you have a blessed afternoon and God takes good care of you.
Same to you, doctor.
All right, God bless and take care.
Programs and
all right, for those on Facebook, I will take a little time with you now. And if you have any particular questions, I will give you all my attention now as we're off the radio. Any questions that you have, feel free. I'll be on here for the next 5 to 10 minutes on our Facebook. So we talked about joint pains. Joint pains. Many of you might have hypothyroidism. Many of you might have injuries that you want to actually deal with. Sports injuries. You might have basically joint injury that you're dealing with at the moment. If you have any question that you will need answers, feel free to send a message now, either those that are on YouTube or those that are on Facebook. Now, we had a particular question earlier, and that question was, what good to do to get rid of dry cough? Of course, if you don't drink enough water, there's a lot of phlegm would actually build up in the throat area. Now, why a cough actually comes? Cough comes so that you'll be able to get rid of mucus. So the best thing to do for that, I would actually mix ginger, turmeric, and a little cayenne pepper. All right, ginger, turmeric, and cayenne pepper. Or you can try this. Right, this is something that I actually used for persons before, where I slice the ginger and get lemon juice, about 8 ounces of lemon juice. And you soak the sliced ginger in that, and then you take small pieces of it and start chewing on it. When you actually start chewing on that, I have seen persons sometimes within half an hour time, the cough actually goes. So that's something that you can try. For persons that are having knee pains or swelling, you can get a cabbage leaf, like a large cabbage leaf. You can actually heat the leaf, and then you wrap it, or boil the leaf, or wrap it around the area that you have the swelling or that you're having pain. And cabbage leaf actually works excellent for that. So I generally try to use the stuff that is easy for persons to find, and also not only easy as well, that is cheap, that they can use in, until if it is that that's not working, then they can come in to get that that injection done, which is called Prolozone. And Prolozone is excellent for knee pains, back pains, hip pains, and many of those other type of pains, shoulder pains that you might be having as well. So feel free to send us maybe a little message. Let me just give off the WhatsApp number here so that persons can, send us a message. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask those questions now. Just going to be here for the next 3 minutes, and then we're going to be closing off this session here today. All right. Well, have a blessed evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us this afternoon. I'm going to be closing off now this particular program. Right. So thank you. You could always go back and watch the video again, those that are now joining us.